Hello traders, this is Dan. Let's take a look at the markets for March 22nd and the new trades. We were not very active today, and the obvious reason why is this is not a swing pattern. We had a beautiful reversal a week ago leading into the FOMC, and that was a very very bullish close. I was telling folks both in the nightly video and also in the green room that a week ago today, I said, if we can survive FOMC and this bar remains intact, then I was going to be very bullish. Well, the train left the station. It had a gap up on the Fed day. It sold off on the 2 p.m. Fed announcement, and then it just ripped from the low to the high. The 15-minute charts have been on tears. And then, we were hoping it would stall here. Then over the weekend, we said, yep, we're bullish because of this greater than 100% retracement, power move, et cetera, et cetera. And we've been waiting for our pullback. So we have been giving longs, but we need a very specific setup that is not this. That's not just vertical, higher high, higher low bars at resistance. So this still, believe it or not, looks higher. Tomorrow over today's high for a day trade. I mean, yesterday Powell was speaking at some meeting and sent the market into a little tizzy here. So when he said right here, hey, inflation is worse, we're going to have to do what we can to fight it off. And guess what? Today's opening gap negated it. We got war going on. It's the cover of every newspaper pretty much every day. And the market is just crazy bullish right now. Diamonds, they look like maybe tomorrow will be the last pop. We'd really like to get both our market internals in bearish alignment. Breadth is already in big bearish alignment. So again, that just supports the proposition of putting on new swing longs here is very high risk. I mean, day trade long is fine. IWM, we're at the top of the range here. Momentum's got a topping tail, and there's nothing to do with this. Qs were the absolute strongest today, and the fangs were just impressive strong all day long. I include Microsoft in the FANG, even though it's not officially a FANG, but I watch it as if it is because that's a big old market leader. Something was up with Tesla today. Look at this. There was some news about some plant overseas. I don't know. But this was a bullish morning, breakout, pullback. This is what we call a bear sandwich. You have two wide range bars with an ugly red bar in the middle. And look at this relentless rally the last 2.5, 3 hours of the day. Very, very impressive. So I would love for this thing to gap up $50 and then take out a 30-minute low, and then that would be a short-term exhaustion gap, and we'd be looking to sell a bear call credit spread under the 30-minute low. So I'll definitely keep that on our list. Arval here, a little bottoming pattern. So say for new setups, we need a continuation pattern, or these bottoming patterns. It's kind of the junk, right? It hasn't been participating, but maybe they play catch up. So we bought Arval, CGNX, CGNX. This one. Okay, that was wrong. It's CGNT, wide range igniting. We found this yesterday and we bought over the high. And Werby, another, this one, well, we're already in this one. Okay, so we only had 3 new trades. Werby, though, just since I'm looking at it, this is what we call a bear gap that bullies, a nasty bearish gap that fills the gap within 30 minutes. And so the following day, we had sold 2 sets of naked puts, the 22.5s and the 20, and we covered half, and that was a fantastic trade. And the way it's consolidating here, this actually could be a continuation kind of thing. We posted this one, Aspen, a wide range breakout from bottoming pattern. What makes this one better is this is a nasty breakdown bar. So, and then it quickly recovered 2 bars and negated that and went sideways at resistance. above the 20 and the 50, a big price void. So not only is that a wide range breakout of a bottoming pattern, but the fact that there was that big downside shakeout makes it better. Here's a couple trades that were still from the weekend letter that have not triggered yet. Abco here, and it still didn't trigger today. We had it both as a long stock and a short put in the weekly options trader, but the more the market gets, I call it musical chairs, that you got to have an eye on the exit door when the music stops. So you know what? Let's cancel it. You hear me saying it right now. I'll send out a text. I don't want to buy that long right now with the overbought market. Monroe, this was a short posted in the weekend letter. And it's still 2 inside bars, so if it trades under the low, it's still good to go. That's why it's still there and pending. And same with VREX. We got 2 inside bars. If it trades under the low, it's good to go. So that's it in the advisory, the weekly. I only posted 1 trade here today, UPST, and it didn't trigger. We were going to do 30-minute low, selling a call spread with this bearish gap, and the gap got negated, and so I canceled it. DWAC was in the weekend letter, still hasn't triggered, but even if it does, we're not going to get the desired premium on Friday expiration. BITO, I had to also cancel. This was a put spread idea over Friday's high, but when that big gap, we're not getting the juice. Let me just review a couple other patterns here that we're watching, and I'll kind of make a note of that they're the patterns that we don't mind because they're a continuation, as opposed to, like I said, 4 straight up days on the spiders. So this has a red bar ignored, closing breakout, marijuana, this is ACB, marijuana sectors getting a little bit of a bid. So this could be a 2 to 3 day swing trade. This is MJ, the sector, say red bar ignored, closing breakout, so this looks higher also. Still in downtrends. The weekly's nasty, but we're swing traders, right? XBI looks great. This is what we call a bear sandwich. The big red bar being sandwiched between 2 big green bars with a price void. Not a huge target, maybe 95, 96, but you got a bullish 1, 2, 3 on the weekly. So this is a picture of what I would take as a new trade. I wouldn't touch spiders as a swing trade. We already talked about it. GRWG, another bottoming pattern that you can take over the high. Bottoming pattern, just like some of these others we're in. The EV sector has been interesting. I just couldn't find great patterns, but here's one I will keep an eye on. Blink, BLNK, and Plug. Both of those. Plug looks like it. So this one looks a little better, less of a topping tail. So you can buy this one with a target, the declining 200 right there. Golf Papa, another little bottoming pattern. HYLN, another bottoming pattern. We'll keep it on our radar. Facebook's a put spread idea for Friday, but again, we got the musical chairs problem. Netflix. See, this is not a directional trade because there's no price void, but I like this one a lot, so I'll post this tomorrow. Over today's high, we'll do a 2 DTE put spread on that. So that looks really good. TJX is a bear 1, 2, 3 under yesterday's low. That's a short. Run is a solar stock, broke out, little topping tail. If we get an inside bar, that would look great for Friday. RTX, a military stock. That was on my list yesterday. It ran too much. Block, we have an open position already with short puts, but it looks great. Look at it. Look at this massive double bottom. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this to get us in as a directional trade. That looks really good. So that's it for now. As always, you can email Greg or me with any questions. Good trading. We'll see you tomorrow in Telegram.